Would you want to access your subconscious, your past memories? Hi everyone, this is Paul Loves to Read, and as you know, in this channel, it's all about spreading the love and joy for literature. And today I'm going to share with you this amazing book, another sci-fi, kind of sci-fi slash philosophical, at least to me, book. It's called The Candy House by Jennifer Egan. She is a Pulitzer Prize winning author of The Visit from the Goon Squad. Ta-da! Look at that cover. I have read Visit from the Goon Squad like years ago. I remember liking it. And so when I saw this, I thought, hey, maybe it's about time to go back to Jennifer Egan, and I'm glad I did. The book revolves around a technology that was developed to save your memories, to capture your past memories into a cube type technology, and you have the ability to revisit past memories. And apart from that, you can also share and upload your memories into the cloud so that it can be accessed by everyone else. So it's very much like social media, how it is now, right? In social media, the way we use social media nowadays is we take photos, we take photos of our events, and then we upload it for everyone to see and everyone to access anytime, anywhere, right? But this time, the new thing about the tech in this book is that it can access your memories, like your past memories. And you could share that thing, I don't know what to call it, your hard drive of memories to somebody, and they can experience your memories as well. So that's how the tech is. So that's the premise. That's not a spoiler, by the way. Not a spoiler. It's kind of in the back of the cover, so medyo I just expounded a bit. Okay, so the way I know that's a very, intriguing and compelling kind of premise to the story, but the storytelling format is very different. Okay, it's not a traditional narrative wherein it follows one protagonist. It does not. Absolutely not. It actually follows several protagonists or several characters that are somehow connected to each other, right? They are for whatever reason, and for whatever reason in the past, they are connected to each other and they are connected to the tech. You could already immediately understand how that kind of technology would be controversial, right? If that happens in real life, which honestly, I think could be possible because I love sci-fi. I don't dismiss any bogus sounding technology. I don't anymore, really. You shouldn't. So if that happens in real life, some form of it happens in real life, the controversy surrounds it is like, would you do it? Why would you do it? What is it for? And of course, there's going to be great applications for it, right? Which is also exampled in the book. For example, therapy. Diba? When you go to therapy, parang you have repressed memories and such and such. If you have access to your past memories, that maybe that could unlock something and you feel better. Maybe, diba? That's one form of it. Other examples of the tech is searching for someone. For example, you are in desperate need to search or look for somebody who has disappeared from your life. If you access I forgot what it's called, shared consciousness. There you go. if you, for example, if you're in search for someone and somebody in your family, disappeared, which happens in real life. Somebody in your family disappeared and you want to look for them and search for them. You could browse in the shared consciousness of the world, and maybe somebody out there saw your loved one and you could trace where they are. So that's, there are like any technology, there are positive applications to it. And like any technology, there are negative application to it as well. And that's what he's going to explore, or she, the author, is going to explore in the book through the different characters and protagonists that we will meet. The premise itself, right? Own your consciousness is the technology he calls. I was thinking about it. Now, if this happens in real life, would I? Would I want that? Would you want to access your subconscious, your past memories? It sounds great, diba? It sounds nice to walk down memory lane and be nostalgic and have access to your younger self, to your past life. But then if you think about it, if you really think about it, would you really want to? And then it doesn't stop there. Once you access it, would you share it to the world? Diba? So, yeah. So it's a lot of those juicy little what ifs. And I loved it. And I loved it. Yeah. So that's interesting because, as mentioned, it's not your traditional narrative style. It's not your traditional storytelling type. So there's never really a conflict in the book. Not really, no. Because per chapter talks about a different character, a different person, and how the tech affects them, and how they use it. Are they for it or are they against it? And so there's really no overarching conflict to the story. It could feel like a series of short stories. It does. However, it's still connected. The first story is the story of Bix Boton, who is the inventor of Own Your Consciousness, is what it's called. And it made sense that it started with him because he is like the genesis of all the other character stories. Without the first story, you wouldn't get the rest. And it goes on like that. So each story is building on the previous story. But again, each story is unique to a character, to a certain character. I don't know if that convinced you, but it's not as sci-fi as I make it out to be. It's really more people-oriented stories on how technology affects us, how technology affects your life. How does it change it? How do little do you know, or as you may or may not admit it, but certain technologies really do change your lifestyle and your perspective. It's definitely a good book. It's very cerebral. It's deep. Okay, so there are two things to it, right? Like in any of the reviews and in every book I read, the way I see it and the way I read books, there's always that surface level, right? Like, just read the story and it is what it is. But I'm more interested, or for me, what tickles me more is what's underneath the story. And it has lots of it. It has layers. This book has layers to it. It has philosophical undertones. It has, morality undertones. It has, of course, the sci-fi of it as well. I thought was very intriguing and interesting. So for me, that's what makes this book really smart. And I really feel like I'm confident in saying that this book gets better the more you read it. You're not going to get it the first time, probably, or you're not going to get all of it the first time, the first reading. So this is the type of book that the more you read, the more you read, the better it gets. Diba? Parang just like any movie that we love. So yeah, it's that type of book. So there you have it. I'm going to stop talking. As you could see, obviously, I enjoyed the book. Yeah, so you might want to try it. It's really no wonder. Great book by Jennifer Egan. I had high hopes because she is, by the way, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author. So, your standard is pretty much up there, and she absolutely delivered. So, there you go. I hope you like that, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. You know how a candy house na parang madaming random stuff na you could just pick out?
Oh, okay.
So yun, it could be that because the book format, the storytelling format is something like a candy house na parang the author picked different people and decided to share their stories.
Daming selection.
Parang ganon, oo. It's something to do with the randomness of it, I guess. 2 down.